Star Wars Edge of the Empire. We're talking the mechanic career, technician. It's the technician specialization. It's like the 5th time. Get it right. Jesus. No, technician career. We're going to talk about the technician career and the slicer specialization. The slicer specialization is one of the weirdest specializations in the entire game. Usually when there's a talent tree I have a problem with, it's because it says it's for this role, but then there's like 1 or 2 little talents that kind of make it good at that role, sort of, maybe not really, but maybe it's a really great talent, and then a kind of okay talent. Is that really enough? Is there enough there? It's like soup, but 2 noodles, right? 2 noodles in a soup. Is that really soup, or is it just broth at that point? It's just broth. Who put noodles in my broth here? I ordered broth and there's noodles in it. What the hell? That's the issue. Here though, Slicer has all of the computer talents. It stole them. It took them. It's a thief. It went in and hacked all of the talents, stole them away from all of the other trees that might have had computer talents, because there's so few trees that have a lot of computer talents, and it has all the computer talents. This is really easy to be boring to play because you have that's all you do is computer stuff. They went in the wrong direction, opposite. If you want to be the best hacker in all the galaxy, Slicer's a talent tree for you, but if you want to have fun playing a really good hacker in Star Wars, your GM's going to have to work a little. So, what do you even say beyond that? You get all the computer talents. Okay, let's try to make something watchable. Wait, there's even more reason to hate the tree. I didn't even realize. Okay, so there's these other talents that, like the smuggler, thief, or other similar, like I think, what was the most recent? The sleeper agent from the Age of Rebellion spy sourcebook. Talents that kind of help you deal with some security or intelligence type stuff, but they're not necessarily tied to computers. It depends on the situation. They could be different checks. Anyway, so yeah, code breaking, security, not just through computers, but through other means. And of course, we have a whole bunch of stuff that can help you with computers checks. So you could do it faster and faster. Even just faster and faster, not faster, because that would be silly. But we also have a couple talents to help you with defensive slicing, not just slicing against people, but defensive slicing. So when you're defending a computer system which is actively being hacked by someone else, how often are you going to be sitting at a terminal, just guarding a computer from other hackers? Like, this is sort of an active thing. Here's a mission, go on the quest to do the thing. How often are you on the defensive from a computer hacking standpoint? I mean, it can happen, sure, but it's not something that naturally happens. There's a lot of talents that is spent on this, but you get help in a couple different ways with defensive slicing. This book really helps a lot because you get those expanded slicing rules, and I want to say the spy source book also had them in there too, right? I think. Watch that review. I'm not sure. There's more of a carrot there for the GM to make content around slicing and defensive slicing, so you're more likely to use it. I guess it kind of makes sense to have the other stuff, which could theoretically step on other people's toes, because like they have so much of the tree just dedicated to this, which how often is that gonna happen? So, it kind of makes sense, I guess. So I don't like this tree for 2 different reasons. 1, it's overpowered, and 2, it's underpowered. Anyway, we of course get help with slicing. I think I've been saying that pretty much, or implying that this whole time. A couple different talents that will help you with slicing and computers checks in general, though we don't really have like a low-level bread and butter. Here's some help with computers checks. At least not for a really long while. It takes you a while to get there, but eventually you do, and it's really awesome. It's one of the better help you with a role talents in existence, but there's a cost. It's really awesome. There's another one which, if you succeed really well, you can succeed even better, which, you're not going to be using all the time, but still, you'll be glad you had it when you come across a situation. And we have that rarely usable talent that will help you with both computers and astrogation. It can help you in a big way with either of those checks, which it kind of makes sense that you would be they're kind of similar, right? I mean, astrogation is just using computers in a different way. Kind of wish we'd gotten a bit more astrogation. That would have made it feel a bit more complete, I guess. It's like playing a character that has a 5 in something right out of the gate. So they're really awesome in one area, but kind of crap in everything else. But it's that, but like all the time, and your tree doesn't make up, because it is your tree, so there's no other tree to make up for it. Unless you get a second one, of course. As a computer guy with your girl, whatever, your big old brain is very strong and resistant to certain critical injuries. You have an easy time dealing with strain, good amount of grit, no toughened. You're a giant nerd. Pasty and pale and frail and... Oh, stealth! We get stealth as a career skill. No talents to help out with it. If there's just a little bit of help with astrogation, with your talents, and maybe a little stealth here and there, it would have made it seem a bit more interesting, not so focused to where it's, you are so good at this one thing, and then you just feel useless everywhere else, which is very easy to do. The GM has to keep making hacking a thing and make it interesting, which if there's a slicer at the table, you really want this book, or I guess the spy book. They have the same rules, so yeah, one of those books for that, because it's just, I don't know what else I can say. Anyway, if you are going to build your slicer, if we had some like good computer stuff, like bread and butter computer stuff, kind of consistent early on, I would say, which I would like to say, intellect 3, and then let your tree kind of take care of the rest, but it takes a while before you get some really good help with computer stuff. Take a 4, you're going to want to pick a 4, and then I would go with a 4 and something else too, just because you have some other role to be good at, some other thing to do. 4 in agility, and you can shoot, get a rank and a skill, something. You don't get any career skills in combat, but like 4 in intellect, 4 in agility, you can fight, you can hack. Okay, that might be a decent enough kind of fun character mechanically, I guess. Whatever else. So it'll help you with stealth. You get stealth as a career skill. That kind of works. And, you're going to be good at astrogation because you do get it as a career skill and, intellect. So, yeah, it's fine, I guess. If you want to play a hacker, it's what we got. But I think there are more interesting trees that do something similar. Or hell, I would rather just play any techie and just rely on my dice pool to do the hacking stuff. But, if it fits your character, it fits your character. Species. Let's see. Age of Rebellion core rulebook has the Duros, and they get a really special, unique thing that deals with astrogation. That would be any species that really helps you lean into one of these other areas that you want to focus on. Agility. So let's see if there's a combat focus one. I think the Clatuinians from the Dangerous Covenants Hired Gun source book, which, yes, I will cover someday. It's always like $50 on Amazon. Why is it always so expensive? Is that out of print? What the hell? I think they're combat focused, so maybe one of them. Claudite from the Bounty Hunter source book. I think they're like changelings. They can change their appearance with some limited whatever stealth into an area as a different appearance. I don't know what the limitations are, but you could probably like impersonate an Imperial officer or something like that, right? And then you can hack. That gives a GM a new way to challenge you, because sometimes, he might not even really put that much of an effort to challenge you on the whole hacking thing. Maybe he wants to focus on the impersonating an officer stealth thing. Yeah, I like that. Claudite's my number 1 pick, with a big emphasis on agility for the stealth, or maybe cunning for doing like picking locks pockets. Cunning's good in areas where you have to use skullduggery instead of computers to deal with locks and stuff. So that 4-3-3 intellect, cunning, agility, and a Claudite. Yep, that's my pick. All right, that's it for today. If you like this video, want to see more, come back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Are we still doing Daily December? What day is it? What are we doing? All right, see you whenever.